Alright guys, welcome to this streamed virtual flight here in the Philippines. This is the 12th day of February 2022. And for those who are watching on replay, thanks for watching the replay guys. Best regards to all my friends and fellow virtual aviators out there. If you like the stream, don't forget to hit that like and follow button below. And also share this stream in order for you guys to get notified on our next stream. This is your Sky Medic, Doc JP, your virtual pilot and ATC based here in the Philippines. And we are live on VATSIM as CoolRed1081, and join me as we fly from RPVA, that is Tacloban Domestic Airport, going to Davao Francisco Bangoy International Airport in the southern Philippines, and in command of this Airbus A321 Altolis. Alright, so without further ado, let's go inside our cockpit. So we have just started our aircraft, so we need to brighten all our screen first before we place all necessary data for our flight. Alright, let's now align our ADIRs. Okay, let's bring out our TOLIS interactive control system, simulation control system, and let's now place all our necessary data for this flight. Okay, let's first load our aircraft. For our loading performance, we are expected to have, let me see, how many passengers did SimBrief gave me? Okay, we have 90 passengers on board. Yeah, 90 passengers. Cargo natin is 2.6. So let's divide this. Okay, let's make it 2.6. So 1 and 1.6 sa huli. Yan. Expected fuel natin for the whole flight is 7.9 tons. That is good for our flight going to Davao International Airport and to our alternative airport, which is Cebu Mactan International Airport. Okay, let's now proceed also to our init page. We will be departing RPVA going to RPMD. Oops. There you go. RPMD. Flight number natin is CoolRed1081. Cost index for this flight is yun. Cost index natin will be 5 and our cruising altitude is 370. Okay, automatic align na natin ng IL. Okay. Now, please proceed for our flight plan. We're expected to depart runway 36 via the Banwa 5 Romeo departure. Banwa 5 Romeo departure. There you go. Then after Banwa will be Whiskey 9, then Rimar. Whiskey 9er, then Rimar. Simple route. Okay. And for the meantime, our expected runway arrival in Davao is runway 23. Okay, so I think that is coming from the northeast. So ILS 23, Rimar 2 Papa. Okay, there you go. Now let's select our takeoff performance. Since this is just a short runway, I think we will be taking off flaps 3. Okay, so 127 V1 and VR, and 131 for our V2. Flaps 3 for our departure, down 0.3% with a flex temperature of 59. Go back to our init page. We will now request for the wind data. Okay, and we are all set. There's quick align. There you go. Pushback tractor is now ready for pushback actually. Okay, Airbus A321 TOLIS. RPMD. Okay, we will be departing by 0745 and 08. Okay, labas muna natin charts natin for our airport, Tacloban Airport. Okay, before that, we will be checking the weather here in our vicinity. Okay, Daniel Romualdez Airport. Okay, this report was made around 17:21 Zulu time, just this minute. Temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius. Dew point is 21. Surface winds 86 degrees at 11 knots. Good visibility, more than 10 kilometers. Light precipitation expected, and QNH is 1008. Okay, 1008. There you go. And our climb will be initially to 150 before we proceed to flight level 370. Uy, Sir Errol, gumusta? Lumilipad ka, sir? Daming lumipad ng mga Green Air galing Manila ngayon, ha? Lipad-lipad muna ako. Mamaya na ako mag-ATC na naman sa gabi. Okay, let's now do our departure briefing. This is Jepenson Chart 10-9, published 23rd of March 2018. Effectivity natin airport elevation is 13 feet, Daniel Romualdez Airport. We are currently parked here at stand 1 and we're expected to depart via runway 36. So we are expected, since mahirap tayo mag-push back facing south, we'll just push back our aircraft facing north and we'll just vacate we'll enter the active runway via the northern taxiway. Then just backtrack runway 36. Runway 36 has a length of 2.1 kilometers only, kaya magpa-flaps 3 tayo for departure. For our SID, we will be using Jepenson Chart 10-3 Golf, published 24th of December 2021, Daniel Romualdez Airport, Banwa, 5 November. Ang Banwa 5 Romeo yata in-open ko kanina. Bakit iba? Banwa... okay, sorry. Where are you, Banwa? Ito pala, sorry. Wrong chart. Negative, sir, ha. Nabubore lang ako sa klase, kaya pinapanood kita right now. Ako nga, natulog ako pagkatapos kumain, eh. Parang nabore din ako kanina, eh. Parang tinatamad. Okay, Banwa 5 Romeo departure. This is Jepenson Chart 10-3 Echo, published 24th of December 2021. Effectivity natin is 30th of December. Okay, asahan natin. Banwa 5 Romeo. Climb on course 005 degrees at Jomon. Turn right direct to Roban at or above 3,000 to Zardo to Banwa at or above 8,000 feet. Okay, trace up natin yan. So Jomon, then turn right to Banwa 5 Romeo to Roban at or above 3,000 feet. So meron tayong maximum speed restriction, 250 knots. Okay, Zardo, then Banwa at or above 8,000. So wala tayong below restrictions. So puro lahat above restrictions. Alright. And I think we're ready to go. Let's see. Okay. So APU is now running. APU bleed on. APU external power off. Remove na natin. Alright. I think we're ready to go. Engine mode selector to ignite. Number process bleed pressure is up. Let's do our checklist now. Okay, before start checklist natin, cockpit preps completed. Gear pins and covers removed. Signs on auto. Others on nav. Fuel quantity. Double checking. 7.9 tons check. Takeoff data. Initial climb 150 check. by reference 1008, check, down to the line. Windows and doors are closed, beacon is on, sorry. Nabubulol kung bagong gising. Beacon on, thrust levers idle, parking brakes as required. Alright, and we're ready to go. Check na natin vicinity natin, walang kasama. Umalis na kanina si Sputnik 1418, si Sir Adrian. Tapos may mga padating din ng Mactan. Alright. Okay, Mactan correction. Tacloban traffic advisory, cool red 121 Airbus A321 will now commence pushback and start facing north. For runway 36, in aircraft and base and final, please advise. Right, parking brakes release and pressure 0. Op LAX time set.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Tinetesting ko din to sa Airroll kung kumusta yung stream quality sa YouTube kasi yung upload speed ng YouTube is much lesser compared sa Facebook. So sa Facebook yata, if you want to stream na around 1080p, kailangan mo around 3 to 4 Mbps yung upload speed. Sa YouTube medyo mababa, so try ko muna dito. Okay, starting engine number 1.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set, pressure's up.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Alright guys, just a short recap for our flight. This is Cool Red 181 Airbus A321 departing Tacloban Principal Airport or Daniel Romualdez Airport in Tacloban City, and we will be going to Francisco Bangoy International Airport in Davao. We will be cruising at an altitude of 37,000 feet and we're expected to have 44 minutes of airtime going to our destination. And we have 80 passengers on board for this flight.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, engine number 1 is stable, starting engine number 2. Okay, there goes our hand signals. Alright, engine number 1 is now engine number 2 pala is now stable. Okay, after start checklist, anti-ice required, ECAM status check, pit stream. Di pa natin na set. We need 10 down 0.3%. Down 0.3%, there you go. Rudder trim reset to 0. And hand signals and pins were received on the right. Okay, terrain ND will be now on my side. No more ground personnel. Weather systems on. Systems. Okay, cockpit doors locked. Auto brakes on max. Cabin crew advised. PPU off. PPU master switch off.
Cabin crew, he's for takeoff, please.
Okay, strobe lights on na tayo. Magbabacktrack naman tayo anyways. Tacloban traffic advisory, cool red 1381 Airbus 321 will now enter the active runway via the northern taxiway and backtrack runway 36. Any aircraft on base and final, please advise. Right, parking brakes release, pressure 0. Okay, flight controls check muna tayo. Rudders, full left, full right, neutral, elevators, full up, full down, neutral, ailerons, full left, full right, and neutral. Alright. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Alright, clear on the arriving side, clear on the departing side. Okay, ground spoilers armed. Okay, flaps 3 pala tayo, hindi flaps 2. Kalimutan ko. Muntik. Landing lights on. Okay guys, we are now backtracking runway 36. This is Cool Red 1381 live on VATSIM Airbus A321 departing Daniel Romualdez Principal Airport here in Tacloban City, going to Francisco Banco International Airport in Davao, expecting some 44 minutes of airtime for a cruising altitude of 37,000, and we are now transporting 80 passengers to Davao. And we will be departing via the Banwa 5 Romeo departure via runway 06, and we are currently tracking runway 36 for our departure. Okay, this is our livery for this flight, AirAsia.com livery for Airbus 321 Obsolis. Okay, before takeoff checklist natin, flight controls check, flight instruments check, briefing confirm, flap setting configure 3 set, B1 BRB2 flex temperature 127 blue, 131 magenta flex temperature 49, ATC settled to 00 hindi pa naka-on, ICA memo takeoff no blue, down to the line. Alright, line up muna tayo. Parking brake set, pressure's up. Okay, transponder natin 200 as default na lang. Okay na yan. Okay, down to the line, below the line. Wind takeoff runway 036 is confirmed. Cabin crew advised, TCAS on TARA. Engine mode selector to norm, and packs will be off for this flight. And we're ready to go. No slides to take off. Okay, napaka short lang ng runway natin. And I think we're ready to go. Tacloban traffic advisory, cool red 101, rolling runway 36. Parking brakes release. Pressure 0. Increase power 50%. Engines are stable. Manflex 59, SRS thrust blue checked. Trusted. 100 knots. V1, rotate.
Positive flight. Gear up.
Gear up. Autopilot 1 engage. Speed manage to 20 knots or more. Thrust climb check. Tacloban traffic advisory, cool red 101, airborne passing 2,200 feet on Banwa 5 Romeo departure IFR Davao. Flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. Pack 1 on. Flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. And pack 2 on. Okay, thunderstorms ngayon, current weather in Tacloban. We're expecting some turbulence as we climb to flight level 150 initially. Okay, we are expecting some wind shear. Meron tayong wind shear alert ngayon dito sa active sky natin. Flap 0, speed check, flap 0. So careful tayo, meron tayong wind shear alert just directly on our path going to Davao. Passing green dot. No spoilers disarm. Okay. Speed resumed as published. Alright, nasa 6,000 pa tayo guys. We are currently inbound waypoint to Roban on Banwa 5 Romeo departure. So this is our flight route, our SID route. Papunta tayong Roban with an altitude restriction of at or above 3,000 feet and maximum speed 250 knots. Then after which will be Zardo, then Banwa. Alright, 10,000 feet. Landing lights off. Okay, meron ba tayong turbulence? So seatbelt signs on muna tayo. Okay, let's do some flows here. Terrain ND will be off. Clearing our rad nav. Progress page natin, RPMD, runway 23. There you go. We are currently 132 nautical miles away. Okay, passing transition altitude. Passing transition altitude, standard set, passing flight level 122. Now, no difference down to the line. Okay, forget about it. Landing gear up, flaps retracted, packs are on down to the line. By reference set standard after takeoff climb checklist is complete. Okay, since around 130 nautical miles na tayo from our top descent, let's now prepare our charts for our arrival briefing. Okay, continue climb tayo sa 37,000 feet. Traffic advisory, cool red 1081. We will continue climb flight level 370 IFR Davao. Alright guys, we are now at 18, almost 19,000 feet. This is again Cebu, Cool Red 121, Airbus A321. We are flying live on VATSIM. That's Cool Red 121, that is Alpha Papa Golf. And we are still climbing to our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet, going to our destination airport, Francisco Bangoy International Airport in Davao. We're just expecting some 44 minutes of airtime going to our destination. And we just departed Daniel Romualdez Principal Airport here in Tacloban. We are still currently on the Banwa 5 Romeo departure, or SID, and we are about to exit this SID, and we'll continue to our route to Davao. Davao is south of Tacloban, specifically that is southeast of Tacloban, so our cruising altitude will be at odd route of 37,000 feet. This is your Sky Medic again, guys. Doc JP, your virtual pilot and ATC base here in the Philippines, and we are live on VATSIM as Cool Red 181. Thanks for joining me as we fly from Tacloban to Davao in command of this Airbus A321 of Solis. Alright, we are now currently checking this stream quality here in YouTube. Kung kumusta yung stream quality natin. Pero YouTube is, hindi yung upload speed ni YouTube kasi is around 1 to 2 Mbps yung requirement niya for a good stream. So try natin muna si YouTube. Depende yan pala. So yung pinakamalakas kumain for upload speed or yung mga pinakamalakas na upload speed requirement is Twitch, followed by Facebook. So si Facebook around 4 Mbps. So hindi pa kaya ng upload speed natin. So sa YouTube muna tayo. Alright guys, we are flying live on VATSIM. This is real world and real time. So currently the time here in our locality is 46 minutes past the hour of 3 in the afternoon, or that is in Zulu time 0746 Zulu. And we are now transporting 80 passengers to our destination airport, which is Davao, guys. Alright. Okay, checking on our flight routes, we will be expecting to be on our top of descent by around, let me see, yeah, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or that will be around 13 minutes from now. Alright, for the moment, sit back and relax, guys, and enjoy the rest of our flight. Alright, welcome back to our stream, guys. Let's go back to our cockpit first. So we're expected to be on our top of descent in just around the corner, guys. We are now 7 nautical miles away from our top of descent. So let's have our arrival briefing. So we'll be using the Remar 2 Papa arrival for runways 23. So this is Jeppesen chart 10-2 Alpha. Published 1st of May 2020, Francisco Bango International Airport. And this is for Remar to Papa, from Remar to Cherry to Glary at or above 4,000 feet. And for our ILS approach for runway 23, Francisco Bango International Airport, Jeppesen chart 11-2, published 11th of January 2019. ILS or localizer frequency, runway 23. Frequency is 109.9, final approach course 230 degrees. Glide slope is at 2,000 feet in order for us to capture it. Decision altitude will be 351 feet. Airport elevation together with runway elevation is 93 feet. Minimum sector altitude around the aerodrome is on the west at 11,000 feet. In case of a misapproach, we will be climbing outbound on Davao VOR radial 200 to 4,000 feet, then return to Davao VOR or as instructed by the ATC. And for our aerodrome chart, this is 10-9, published 17th of November 2017, airport elevation 93 feet. We are expected to touch down runway 23 with a length of 2.9 kilometers. And if possible, we will be vacating the active via Alpha 3 or not. We will just short backtrack runway 23 before we exit the active. Alright, we have already reached our top of descent, and let's now begin our descent. Alright guys, we have already started our descent to Davao. Double checking again the weather in Davao. So runway 23 is favorable for winds coming from 170 degrees at 6 knots. Good visibility of more than 10 kilometers. Ground temperature natin is 30 degrees Celsius. And we're expecting some rain showers in the vicinity. Okay, set na natin yung approach phase natin. So, QNH natin in Davao is 1006 with the ground temperature 30 degrees Celsius. Wind direction natin is 170 degrees at 6 knots. Okay, and decision altitude natin mamaya will be 351. There you go. Okay. Let's go back to our flight plan. Check na natin dito sa charts natin. Nasa na ba tayo? We are currently inbound Remar. So, nasa na ba tayo in relation sa VATSPI natin? Yon. We are the lone flyer here in the Mindanao area of the Philippines. Okay, double checking our fuel flow for this flight, guys. Currently, we have still 6.2 tons of fuel. Since pa-descend na tayo, nag-idle na yung engines natin, fuel flow natin is now reduced to 160 kilograms per hour na lang. Okay, so ibig sabihin yung fuel on board natin is more than enough for our flight going to Davao. And I think that is also more than enough for our flight going to our alternative airport, which is Cebu Mactan International Airport. So one thing I forgot to turn on is our chrono time. Supposed to be when we are about to depart the runway or take off on the runway should be turning on our chrono time. Pero nakalimutan natin, so based na lang tayo sa off-blocks time natin. Off-blocks time natin was already 38 minutes, okay, plus minus 5 minutes. So let's just close it to around 33 minutes already of airtime. Okay guys, for those who will be reviewing this stream at this point of time, thanks for watching on replay, guys. This is your Sky Medic, Doc JP, your virtual pilot and ATC based here in the Philippines. And we are still live on VATSIM as Cool Red 1081, or that will be Alpha Papa Golf 1081. Join me as we continue these virtual flights going to Davao Francisco Bangoy airports. And we just left around 38 minutes ago Daniel Romualdez Airports, and we are in command of this Airbus A321 Octolis with the Air Asia Philippines livery. Alright guys, welcome to this stream flight again, guys. Today is the 12th day of February 2022, and best regards to all my friends and fellow virtual aviators out there. So habang wala tayong ginagawa, short recap na lang tayo, guys. We have already made our arrival briefing earlier, but just short review na lang. So Jeppesen chart 10-2 Alpha, Remar 2 Papa yung gagamitin natin for RNP arrivals for runway 23 or runway 23. So simple as that, from Leeuwarden to Sheridan to Glary. In case we need to hold before we enter our final approach phase, we will be, so may yung nakapublish na holding area will be at Glary. So maximum speed of 230 knots. Maximum altitude is 9,000 feet. Minimum height natin will be at 4,000 feet. So between 4,000 to 9,000 feet. Pero if we will continue our route papunta sa runway 23, there's an altitude restriction at Glary at or above 4,000 feet. For our ILS approach, I think hindi pa natin na-set yung RADNAV natin dito. Localizer for Davao, runway 0, or runway 23 rather, is 109.9. And our final approach course is 230 degrees. Okay, there you go. Suave. Tapos yung altitude natin, mandatory altitude natin in order for us to capture the localizer is at 2,000 feet at D60 Alpha. Saan ba yan? Dito yan. Fry Foxtrot India 23. Parang 6 DME of Davao BOR. Okay, and our decision altitude is 351 feet. That means this is the altitude in which we decide if we will push through with our approach or not. And minimum sector altitude around the aerodrome is on the west at 11,000 feet. That is Mount Apo, the highest peak here in the Philippines. And for our arrival, this is 10-9, expected runway 23 with a length of 2.9 kilometers. So try natin mag-medium brakes mamaya. If ever we cannot, so maybe halfway, we will be turning 180 here, then backtrack, short backtrack to enter or exit the active via Alpha 3. Okay, this is our aircraft, guys, the Airbus A321 Octolis with the Air Asia Philippines livery. And we are now continuing our descent to Davao International Airport. Alright guys, we are ready on 10,000 feet. Landing lights on. Ay, namali. Hindi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are
Mali.
free to start the cabin. Gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt as soon as possible.
Okay, QNH 1006 na tayo guys. Approach checklist, briefing confirmed, ECAM status check, seatbelt signs on, minimum set to 351 feet. Checked. Down to the line. Bar reference set to 1006. Checked. Approach checklist is now complete.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Yan, so meron na tayong altitude restriction dyan. Makikita nyo guys sa FMS natin, Glary, 4,000 feet. Then at Charlie and India 23 2000 and Foxtrot India 23 2000, since that is already our mandatory altitude in order to capture the localizer. Okay, time check right now guys, it's already 16 minutes past the hour of 4 in the afternoon, local time here in the Philippines. And we're expected to be arriving on our destination airport runway 23 at 23 minutes past the hour of 8, or 23 minutes past the hour of 4 in the afternoon, or that is 0823 Zulu time, or that will be strictly around 7 minutes from now. So we are around 24 DME for our touchdown for runway 24. Okay, approach phase is activated na pala. Flaps 1, speed check flaps 1. Okay, flaps 2, speed check flaps 2. Gear down.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Davao traffic advisory, cool red 181, turning final for runway 23. Okay, localizer captured, approach phase activated, autopilot 1 engage, autopilot 2 engage pala. Flaps 3, speed check flaps 3. And flaps 4, speed check flaps 4, ground spoilers arm. Cabin check. Okay, we have good visuals of the runway. Okay, landing checklist tayo, cabin crew advised, auto thrust on speed, auto brakes on medium, eco memo landing no blue, landing checklist is complete. Glide slope localizer checked. Okay, just in case of a misapproach, VOR 200. V up natin is 140. Alright. Okay, dagdagan natin. Gawin natin 145. Two whites, two reds.
1,000. 500. 400. 300.
Land checked.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Clear.
10. 5.
Diesel spoilers. Reverse green. $80 knots. $40 knots. Manual braking. Autopilot disengage. My controls. Ground spoilers disarmed. Flaps retracted. Davao traffic advisory. Cool red 181. Landed and backtracking runway 23 to exit via the northern taxiway. Train ND off. Weather systems off. Okay. After landing checklist, flaps retracted, spoilers disarmed, radar off, predictive wind shears off, down to the line, below the line, APU master switch on, and APU start. Alright guys, and welcome to Francisco da Bangoy Airport in Davao. And Cool Red 1381, Airbus 321 just landed here via runway 23, and we came from Daniel Romualdez Airport in Tacloban, Leyte. Okay, clear on the right side, clear on the left side. Okay, one engine taxi tayo. Shutting down engine number 2. Okay, nose lights off. Strobe lights on auto. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Alright, dito tayo. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Okay, parking rate set, pressure's up, APU bleed on, and shutting down engine number 1. Alright guys, and welcome to Davao City here in southern Philippines. Okay, ground power on.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we'd like to wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport, and hope to see you again very soon. Thank you for flying with us. Cabin crew, the airplane is now secure. Go ahead and open the doors.
Alright guys, and welcome to Davao. So right now we will be disconnecting on VATSIM. Alright, and we will be reviewing our landing before we end the stream. Okay, let's take a look on our right wing external view for our arrival. This is ILS approach runway 23 guys in Francisco Bangoy International Airport, Davao. Alright, there you go. Let's take a look again on our arrival, this time on the passenger left wing view. Yan, mas magusto ko yung nasa likod ng wing. Alright, to negative 147 FPM natin. Alright, and one last view before we end the stream. Let's now take a look on our tower view. Alright, that is our tower view for our arrival here in Davao, guys. Alright guys, we are nearing the end of our stream. If you like this stream guys, don't forget again to hit that like and follow button below in order. And also share this stream to your friends in order for you and for them to get notified on our next stream. This is again your Sky Medic, Doc JP, your virtual pilot and ATC base here in the Philippines. And bidding you goodbye. Study hard guys, be good and keep safe always. Until our next stream, goodbye guys, see you later.